Hello, this is Lukewarm Holiday.
And I'm Irissa.
And we are going to watch Reborns footage from the Koenji Cube channel. We've already watched his partner's point of view in the Darkhound video. Alright, so we have Reborns and Darkhound versus it was God and Full Armor Gundam.
Yeah, so let's go over what's new with Reborns in this game. I think probably the thing you've already noticed is that Reborns' flips are absolutely crazy. He is flipping out.
His mobility was buffed, his flip speed was ridiculously buffed, his forward and back flips are probably like... I think his backflip might be one of the fastest ways to travel backwards in the game right now. Actually, no, Age's Taxi, where he grabs the Darkhound assist, is actually faster. But anyway, one of the fastest ways to just run away from people.
As if the suit needed more ways to get away from people. He already has some of the best anti-melee assists in the game. Avernus, Garby with amazing correction.
Yep, it is very happy at just running away from God the whole game.
Yep. They also, and we talked about it in the other video, but the other thing Reborn's, one of the other major buffs he got is his Garby Fangs, where he deploys his bits, and they shoot Garbys, is extremely buffed in this game as well. It's like comparable to Hot Scramble's all-out funnel attack.
Okay, right there you saw his Gaga assist, which is infamous for being one of the only assists the developers had the common sense to never put in the game again.
Yeah, that's an iconic part of Reborn.
Basically, he calls the Gagas, they spawn above him and a little bit in front, and they will stop almost every melee attempt.
And the worst part is they juggle you up to get shot as well.
They actually nerfed him a bit from full boost, so they spawn out further in front of him, so you can actually either on Wake Up, use your invincibility to push into Reborns to stop them from sitting on you.
Oof, that was a good reach from Full Armor. They both got
bopped at the same time.
Okay, Reborns is overcosted, but is he gonna care? Oh, what an amazing block! He has to burst. He has to burst. He has to get out of this. He has to burst. Yes, there we go. There's the burst. He tried to melee. He tried to wire. Okay, he got the wire off. He got out of there. God chickened out.
It's so crazy how different the same game can look from two different POVs.
Yeah.
That was a really bad melee. That dash has armor on it, and if you just wait to the last second to activate your melee, you actually get to keep the armor as long as you want until you're point blank.
It gives them more time to step, but yeah, I think in that situation,
Are you gonna step that melee? Have you seen how big it is?
That's true. I think he was expecting him to look at God. That's all. Yeah. That's why he was going for it.
Destiny Alright, they're fighting Destiny in Full City now. Yeah. It's crazy how different matches look from different POVs, like partner POV.
One of the other important things they changed about Reborns in this game is that in cannon mode, he now can do the backwards beam rifle shot at any point by doing down and main. And that's also really helpful for giving him a faster tool to cancel flips out of. Like, one of the most important sequences Reborns is going to be using on defense is pretty much going to be like, probably like firing main, backflip into the cannon mode, then firing the reverse beam rifle cannon mode and backflipping again, or like flipping to the side. Like, just that sequence is extremely good at getting out of almost anything in the game. And then anybody who somehow got through him, they still have to get through the Gagas and sub. In fact, I've almost never seen like normal cannon mode main from Reborns and Maxi Boost on, and like all the footage. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
That was bullshit meeting bullshit, because Wings of Light can just keep cutting guidance, so none of those shots had a threat of hitting him. So you could get in for free, but Reborns can also just keep widening the gap.
Super. We got a super. Chase down with burst. Good stuff from Destiny. This was the game that was looking a bit dicey, because they were like, oh no.
I think that username is the guy's Twitter handle. I'm gonna go check that after this. Is putting your Twitter handle in your name the TTV of Japan?
nice wire.
It's me, STS Pro TTV.
Oh, just going straight in for the melee. No fear whatsoever of even the spread shot. Wow.
He already used the spread shot.
Oh, okay.
So he just went right in. He's like, what are you gonna do? Reborns has a very, very, very good 6B for the kind of suit it is.
Yeah, you'd think that the suit that is like impeccable at running away and never having to deal with anything would, you know, be like weak at like
It's
very
all
close range.
purpose, baby.
No, it's all purpose, yeah.
This is the iOS Reborns team.
Blah! All the way across the stage! What are you gonna
And then
do?
get blocks.
Oh, he was out of reverse. He was out of reverse shot.
You really need to think twice when you want to chase Reborns. Because if he's not already, if you're not going to get your hit very fast, there's a high chance he just flips away from you. Knowing when to fight your battles versus Reborns is going to be super important.
Just landed a little bit too close there. Was hoping the building would
Because
save
for
him,
how
but-
good he is at running away, beam rifle shots, as well as even his cannon mode, it's just 2A, where it's just a single shot. It's basically a charge shot for free. Those don't correct as hard as projectiles do in, say, full boost, so his range presence is actually diminished a bit.
But he has the
And
Garaby Fangs to make up for it.
He has the Garaby Fangs to make up for it, and he always has sub, he always has good melee, so if he can pick his moments well, it's not like he lost too much power.
Yeah. And
You
the
just
other
need to
part,
have a little bit more finesse to actually get in and use them.
yeah, one of the other major things is that he has fast CSA charge even in regular mode. The CSA is nerfed, but that doesn't actually matter because the main use of it right now is actually in melee combos. You just use it to help. But now you can get it quite easily without having to do cannon mode.
The building's
charging.
messed up that kill. Oh, Sub is so good at self-defense. Oh yeah, Garaby Fangs just won it for him. He just threw him and then looked at the other guy. That is a really strong utility of him, though. It's like your partner's just doing anything. Here, buddy, have some fangs. That'll force out like a boost dash or two, or maybe even win the game. Alright, Wing Zero TV and Barbatos.
Yeah, this match, I would imagine that Reborns doesn't really want to bother getting too close. Prefer to stay at long range because Wing Zero doesn't really have that much range presence compared to Reborns. And Barbatos is a lower cost suit, so it's harder for him to push in. Like he's just trying to stay on the tip of Radlock as much as possible.
Yeah, I imagine Wing Zero TV can just barge his way in and chase him down the... Even if he flips backwards, he's going to run out of room, and Wing Zero TV will just CSA him. Because he's playing very cautious, you are right. And it's very hard to hit a Wing Zero TV because he always has top class speed.
Ooh, that was a shot that only Barbatos could hit there. That would not have hit from a regular.
That's a good
You
example
saw-
of why his main is so good, because the shots curve just an insane amount once they get to a certain point. Because they start off going somewhat straight, and then all of a sudden they just start curving like crazy. That Wings of your TV cannot decide where he wants to move. He's like, I'm just going to hold this hill and boost back and forth. Usually you see people pick a direction and stick with it.
Oh, I like it. The offensive flip straight into wire.
Oh yeah, in cannon mode he has a wire that if he taps you with it, it stuns. It also cancels.
Oh, that was a really good rolling buster. Like literally just caught him right with the deployment of it. Called the movement out really well. Oof, the assist got him.
Barbatos assist. What is it? More main.
Okay, we got Zero System. We got S Burst. He's like, fuck that. I'm not cutting that. I'm just getting out of here.
Yep. Found something better to do. I agree wholeheartedly.
It should also be stated as well that the forward flip...
He used S burst. He used F burst there. He shot a shot straight down, and then Barbatos chose to rise, and he got the shoot. He got the melee him.
Yeah.
If he wasn't F burst, he wouldn't have been able to He wouldn't be able to get the melee out because he was still in his main animation.
Well, Wing Zero thought he had that one. Nope. I'm still behind. Good luck, I'm behind 3 sets of Gagas. There we go.
Just bullied him with wire, rainbow step wire. Oh, so mean. So mean.
Yeah, it's really... It's pretty difficult to use the wire and say full boost by comparison, because when you flip into cannon mode, you just don't carry as much movement, so you're very liable to get shot out of it for doing it. In this, though, the ability is crazy.
Mobility is king.
You basically have all the benefits of being in cannon mode, but you don't have to.
This is the brave match, isn't it? Yeah.
You don't have to deal with the low mobility option. The low mobility of it, rather.
I like the instant target swap the moment you hear Brave say a line. Graham has very distinct voice lines. This might not work in his favor for the kind of suit he is. You need that arcade advantage. You need the arcade advantage so people can't actually hear your suit. Because Graham will broadcast when he's going in.
Oops, slightly messed up a sequence there. Didn't matter, it was in green lock.
Nice CSA. Rare CSA, rare. Can't have much. Oh wow, he landed 2 CSAs this round. That's the best thing, is you start 6B'ing towards someone, you go, nah, I'm just gonna Omicron in your face. Brave was doing his stalling there. Brave actually got his stalling and then immediately went and killed his partner. Even, not kill his partner, but landed a melee combo on his partner because he can still threaten you and use an overboost.
One thing I think you're gonna see as well from Reborns, like because of the when you do the flip out of cannon mode, you need to cancel it with something to preserve all that momentum, basically. So ideally, you use sub when it's empty. So that, but you'll often see people use beam rifle as well. And actually, you'll see Reborns players run out of main quite a lot in this game just because of how much of the cancel chain they're having to do. Usually they're hanging on to sub to use like defensively, so they end up just using.
I see a lot of offensive use of sub, and now that makes sense why they want to get rid of it so fast. Is it lets them save ammo on their flips.
Yeah.
So they go in, try to immediately force a sub situation, use the flips to escape, and they can use sub to keep canceling the flip.
Yep. God, the pace of some of these games is so crazy because of how fast the suit moves. Like when you compare like how almost methodical Darkhound's game was, right? This is just like...
This suit is just put yourself where you want. Murder. Alright, this was the God Goldframe match. I remember this one actually being pretty close.
Yeah, it was.
Well, maybe it was just the first life. Pretty close.
Rare footage of Garaby being used.
I hate that that is something that you can say. Because that Garaby is still disgustingly good.
Oof.
Oh, he got a full combo. Darkhound was just too occupied with the front. That's actually one thing that's underappreciated, is backs tend to get like the big boy combos more. Just because if the back ends up pinning the 3K, they can usually have the liberty to do a full combo because the lower cost partner has to deal with the enemy's 3K.
I'm surprised this Goldframe used Esper. I guess it's for similar reasons like Wings of Light with Destiny. Oh dear. Oh, you couldn't quite get away from that. F-burst too strong. just fishing for a wire, though.
Well, if it makes it easier to step out of things too, I notice that's common for why people use S-Burst. Like, I have seen S-Burst Braves because it lets you step cancel as Garoby. Not that I necessarily agree with it. I would rather have E-Burst probably, but
yeah,
makes sense.
Unlike Gundam Versus, you don't get step out of Vernia moves with both bursts in this game. Oof, Gaga saved him there. That could have been really bad. He could have lost the game right there. Oh! 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 Yeah, this is...
Oh, he got saved.
Yeah. This is looking... But it's okay.
Actually, he just got a full burst.
He gets a full burst, but if he gets hit, he's dead. And this is the game where Darkhound fails to use extend burst properly, so he died. Yeah, this is the game they lost. Because they both held onto their burst a little bit too long. I think Reborns was probably waiting for the Darkhound to burst before he bursted as well. Because like, they would both target swap the Darkhound because he's in burst, right? And then suddenly Reborns burst, and then things get quite ugly.
This was the Full Saber versus Whomstv.
Full Saber and Providence. You know, I'm slightly annoyed that we don't get to talk about the best part of Reborns being top tier in this game.
What?
But, well, it's because we keep having Darkhand's theme, but the best part of Reborns being top tier is they have new sick 00 music in this game that you're gonna get to hear.
Are we though? Are we though? Console versions usually don't get the full arcade soundtrack. I actually learned that they charge extra for some of the arcade songs.
Shoot, we gotta get that G sound, yo.
We better get... Yeah, like, because console games always lose out on
I need Ash Like Snow, and I need Orizer, okay?
Yeah, I know. Last time Ash Like Snow was in was, like, next PSP.
Wow.
I shouldn't make fart noises, but... The Full Saber just tried to Garoby him, and he's like, my sub's faster.
If anything, that's a stream of pee right there. It's not a fart. That's what Reborns' sub is.
Alright, this is the other god. Why were there 3 gods today? I should have checked if these were the same players.
Would make sense. Oh, that was like pretty cute. It was trying to use the 360-degree spin in cannon mode melee.
Yeah, he has a really fast melee that just swings 360 degrees around.
It's not really fast, but it's been buffed. It's more usable.
It's fast. It's fast. I'd call it fast. Is that Eclipse? I think it's Eclipse. Yeah, it's Eclipse.
Oh, you're gonna get unblockable for that one, yeah.
Yeah, all the way from out there, unblockable.
Semike into, well, reset, I should say. Reset went for the partner. Didn't go for like a maximum damage combo. Just wanted to try to push that.
Sometimes melee suits will opt to not finish their combos just so the opponent stuck standing there has to fall to the ground, and then they'll count to 5 or do something else, and then try to go back and hit the main target again. Because it actually takes longer to knock down the opponent if you're trying to push a lot of damage very quickly.
Oof. All of these really close calls.
Usually that's used for clutch games out, not in the middle of them though.
Just couldn't keep going.
It's also very, I don't want to say underappreciated, it's very much appreciated, but if you're just kind of sitting, maybe you did like an out of angle shot or something, or just made a mistake, you can just kind of watch what's happening around you and then go, yeah, I'll flip, and then suddenly you're back to moving 200 miles per hour. You just get to like sit, assess the situation, then just go, yep, time to go back, time to flip.
this is the game where Darkhand is just going to basically bullying Excelia, so Reborns is just going to be looking to shoot DX in the back.
Hey, guess what? There's a DX in this game. He has a cool MA mode. It shoots missiles. He gets a new cancel route into it. I think you can cancel main into 8B and it puts him in his cannon mode. Or his MA mode.
Yeah,
as you can see, like, it's very mobile. He can aim the projectiles pretty freely, but...
Well, the problem is he's trying to help his partner at the same time because his partner is getting bullied to hell, and then he's just getting shot in the back constantly by Reborns. It's just, like, exploiting the weakness of Shelia.
DX also has satellite cannons. I don't think they're as good in this game.
They're not.
But in Burst, he has super armor on him. And that's worth knowing, I guess. But in this game, they mostly just made it a very, very strong MA suit. They also gave it some really high damage melee combos. Its melee's not that great, but he just cancels into Gundam Hammer and suddenly he does quite a substantial amount.
Yeah, like to be an all-purpose suit, you kind of need to have scary melee. Even if the melee isn't amazing, you need to have some scary aspects to it these days. They even had to buff new Gundams 6B.
He has very good assists as well, but it's hard to showcase that without seeing his point of view.
Yeah.
But like his actual main is pretty bad now. There's the satellite cannon.
That was
Enjoy your white
really
screen.
good. That was really good pop up and like off the assist into, or rather, off ahead into the sat cannon. But Reborn still has absolutely tons of HP and hasn't bursted yet, so this game is still very much hard for that to go. As in fact, we already know that they lose, but yeah. Like, Darkhand could have died again and Reborn still could have won the game for them. Because he just basically didn't take very much damage. I have a feeling that, like, when this game comes out, we're going to be seeing a lot of people overcosting Reborn's partners. Because people are going to get...
I think we're going to see a lot of people pick Reborns and then be like, this is too hard, and then pick Age.
I don't know. I feel like people are going to get, like, drunk on how hard it is to actually catch this damn thing and, like, just run away too much. And their partners are just going to get left out to dry.
Oh, you meant it that way. Oh, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, people are going to get... Reborns are going to get overcosted a lot, and it's going to turn into, like, Reborns doesn't take any damage the whole game.
Bro, I didn't take any damage. Stop taking damage. If you're not helping your partner in this game, they're sunk. They gave you a lot of aggressive tools to force damage in this game. BRs are not as good as support. If you're not going in to help, things can get very bad.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you can kind of just chuck Garby Fangs and run away. Like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
He can play back, I can say that, but
yeah.
If you're gonna, like... It's hard to complain about your partner dying when you're a Reborns. If you just run away the whole game.
Well, the thing is that you can just move in, stop people, and then flip all the way out. Like, it's not even like you're putting yourself at risk to defend your partner most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why he's S tier. That was a good BC from Hot Scramble. The whip thing. It's not really a whip, he just kind of spreads his...
Oh, he did it to 8B. That was an 8B right there. He just flipped into 8B on top of him. Oh.
You carry so much momentum if 8B whiffs now. So you can kind of just like 8B towards someone, and if it doesn't connect, you go flying anyway. He tried to do the BC.
Oh, he actually got it.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, sick.
It's gonna be so nice playing a game where wires are good again. One of the worst things about playing Gundam Versus was the wires just don't work properly. I actually wonder if they fixed that in EX Versus 2 yet.
They did. Remember, there's Tolgi's wire.
That's not really a wire. It's a little bit different. Because the problem in Gundam Versus Engine...
That's true. Epion's whip still works in Gundam Versus, and Tolgi's whip is like the same thing.
The problem in the Gundam Versus engine is the whips will move with your character model, so if you have any momentum and you throw it out straight, it actually won't hit a stationary target. because it's going to carry your momentum and keep moving with you. So like the strongest whips would be ones that leave you completely stationary. Alright, this was the Quanta game. Are you ready? Are you ready to watch a Quanta bleed?
So,
we have a little bit of spoilers with this match because of the Dark Hound video. That is Quanta's shield bits. It blocks all projectiles.
unfortunately, it doesn't do very good against Reborns' Gagas.
It'll block them.
Yeah, but like, if you get hit by too many, it'll just, if you get hit at point blank by the Gagas, it'll just blow through them all in one go.
I don't get Quantas that get too adamant on landing 8B opposed to CC8B. They nerf CC8B.
I have no idea.
Because the grab just never feels worth it. Unless you know you're completely alone with that person. I know it's your highest priority, but...
Oof.
Oh, that was a gross start on CSA.
I'm really liking some of these sequences the Reborns is doing against Quanta, where he's holding boost just a little bit longer and threatening with either with the potential of doing a 6B or subbing him. So it's trying to like make Quanta feel unsafe moving too close.
Hey, there was
to him.
cannon mode Bane.
That was awesome.
For the unblockable.
Yeah.
He actually fired a few
Well, that
cannon
wasn't
mode
actually
main
quite an
shots.
unblockable. It's just like,
Yeah.
I think that was like his block dropped. He tried to get out of the block.
Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, this is the awkward moment when they're both really low and they really want Reborns to
Okay.
die first, but
So, what's gonna go down is they're gonna want to overcost the Dark Hound, because that means the front will be the lower cost suit, and then they want, while Dark Hound's dead, they want to kill Reborns. So then, all they have to do to win the game is kill the Reborns again. Now, right when the Dark Hound dies, he goes and tries to kill the enemy Dark Hound. So now the other Dark Hound can't quite participate in the round. See, there's the Dark Hound dying. So now the Dark Hound can't help the Quanta win the game. So now the Quanta has to land a hit, deal with the burst. Oh, he's doing the burst for damage. That's how this guy lost so much health.
Not really. He didn't really do a big combo or anything. He just did it to get to like finish this down properly and make sure he wasn't going to get punished. He was afraid of getting caught in the air, because like that is a stationary sequence. Now that is damage though. That is damage because main into neutral melee for Reborns in full boost already does like an absurd amount. We're talking like nearly 300. In this game, with all the considering he's in the melee burst, I would not be surprised if it breaks 300 damage.
I'm a lot less surprised that he managed to stave off dying, because he got both those hits when he was in burst.
Yeah.
The Quanta almost wanted to wait for the burst to end, but his partner was also getting close to dying. Alright, I remember this game being a wash.
Yeah, that was.
We got a brief preview of what's the style combo that's in the Dark Hound video.
Nice CSA. Oh, I love that sequence right there. That full sequence of, there were so many steps in there. Like GPL 3 threw so much shit, but like none of it was gonna hit.
I wonder if I'll play him differently in Maxi, but I usually don't rely on his main to hit at range. I feel like I just like using it a lot more to just dump all 10 bullets into someone and run away. Because it's just so much crap to have to avoid when you're 2v1ing with your partner.
Ooh. The aggressive push from the Gagas into the wire. And now Destiny has nothing. Just jump straight through the ranks, it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen in this game, yo.
You gotta throw the straight ones.
Dark Hound was there to pick up. Yeah, like Reborns as a suit is kind of interesting because like they try to make I think some of his original design is supposed to be like, oh, cannon mode has access to these cool tools that supplement your range game, but you know, it's slightly problematic to be inside of it because it has crap boost and like the transforms aren't amazing. But not, the Reborns in this game, he may as well have. It's almost like he may as well have access to everything at once, constantly, with how fluid and strong his cancel sequences are. Like.
Well, even in full boost, some of the mentality was like, oh, we need to have these moves have really fast startup, like the Garobi, because he has to flip into it, right?
Yeah.
But it just ends up with you having a ridiculously fast Garobi for people to deal with. Alright. Full Saber's just trying.
This is pretty solid. They're having a pretty solid neutral exchange right now. But Reborns just has like an overwhelming amount of crap he can put on the screen, basically. Oh, wow, his 6B actually lost there. To the X2's 6B. Maybe they did buff its melee. I'm surprised that block didn't work. I guess he might have dropped it.
Quantize,
I think one thing...
Quantize, there goes Full Saber's whole burst.
I think one thing that's underrated about sorry, you can go ahead.
When Setsuna suits, the 3Ks, get hit when they're in burst and they're not doing anything, they'll quantize, which means they avoid the damage, but it spends a lot of the EX bar. But sometimes you end up giving your opponent like a period of invulnerability to just smack you in the face.
No, I was just going to say that I think one of the other things about F-Burst that's interesting for Reborns in this game is that it also buffs his capacity not just to force damage by hitting the 6B, but like the speed of his 6B increases to the point where it becomes even better to do things where you just fly up to people and then call 6B step Gaga sub. Like that's going to be even better because you're flying even faster, so the momentum is going to be even higher, basically, for you to get in and fire those.
That right there is the sadness of my life. Here's a suit that has a cool, like, flipping attack. And a guy just flies up to you and presses a Vernierless Garobi, and it doesn't matter. Alright. And that is it. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.